Hey, what's up YouTube? This is the other guy coming to you. As you can see, I am working on my 5-inch Tough Country lift. This is what I've done so far. I have installed the bottom supporting carrier here. That's actually what gives the truck a total of 5-inch lift. And so basically I've just finished installing the drop down bracket for my anti-sway bar. I did a lot of work on this, and I was going to make a documentary video on this, but unfortunately I accidentally deleted all my videos and I feel pretty bummed right now. So I just want to do a quick, sort of like a quick recap of what I've done so far, and then what I'll eventually do is I managed to recover a little bit of my videos, so I'm gonna add into this documentary of what I did. So anyway, let me run this through real quick. So as you can see here, this is the subframe. This is the Tough Country lift subframe. Okay, right here it runs that way, and it's a complete kit. This front subframe right here, okay, is welded to the rear subframe here, and it goes on from here to the other side. So basically, I had to cut the OEM subframe here to the other side as well. Okay, and that's where I cut it. It's right there. It's kind of dark, but okay, that's the cut piece right there. I had to cut it with the angle grinder. Okay, and so that's what I had to do. Aside from that, once that's cut, I installed the subframe here, and I'll show you that in a bit. Okay, and I'm going to show you a clip how I did it. These clips are the clips that I recovered from my deleted videos. Okay, so after I did that, I installed the rack and pinion here. Okay, so there are some information that were missing on the directions, at least on the kit that I bought. That direction didn't tell me how to install these bolts right here. Okay, these bolts here holds the center support for the rack and pinion support bracket here. So I figured it out, and I had to call Tough Country, and they confirmed that these are the bolts for it. Another thing that I had to do, okay, is that the information on how to install this extension bracket for the steering wheel, or the steering rod, that's the rod that goes up to the steering wheel, was very vague. So I had to call Tough Country and you know, had a conversation with them as to how vague their information was, and so, you know, after talking to them, I figured it out. And the reason why is because of this. This is the these two hoses here are fuel hoses, okay, and they're under pressure. So I ended up having to cut the bracket here. If you could see this bracket here with a angle grinder. They're recommending using a sawzall, but I did it with the angle grinder. But I had to be careful not to cut the lines here. And then once that's done, what I did was there's a bracket here. See, there's a bracket here, and there's another bracket up there. If you follow the hose here, there's another bracket here and another bracket there. I had to break those brackets out so that what it is since I have installed this, you know, because this is a 4-inch bracket, or a 4-inch lift, a 5-inch lift, I'm sorry, I have to insert this into here. When I did that, okay, this thing had to come down. Okay, this part right here. Okay, it has to come down. So when I did that, it was rubbing against this, that part right there, that little, tab right there, was rubbing against here, and that wasn't good. So I had to call Tuff Country. Tuff Country didn't have it, didn't have the instruction, and it didn't say on the instruction as to what to do with these lines. Okay, so I called them up and said, okay, so what's going on? So they said to me, well, if you think that's bad, the Tacomas are worse. So okay, I got that really loud and clear. So what I did was I used plumber's tape. You could get a roll of plumber's tape for a couple bucks from Home Depot, and these are not really tape. These are metal. They call it plumber's tape, but they're actually thin metal strips. Okay, and they come in rolls like this. Okay, like that. So that's what I had to do. I had to use a self-tapping bolt and tapped it into the frame. You have to use a drill to drill the frame so that you could tap it in. Okay, so that's what I had to do. And then all these are straightforward, because you have to. This is the drop-down bracket right here for the differential right here. See, and you have to use the drop-down bracket that comes with the kit so that the differential can drop down, and then the drive shaft here, okay, that comes from the transfer case here to the front differential here could be connected here. Okay, so I'm almost done. Okay, so let me get out and I'll show you how it looks like on the other side. Okay, so this is the other side here, and as you can see, that's the drop down bracket for the differential that comes with the kit. As you can see here, I had to mark this. This is the steering gear, or for the rack and pinion. So anyway, I had to mark it to make sure that they are in the same place as they were when I took it off. So right now, I need to tighten this. Well, once I'm done, actually, I need to tighten it so that it's rock solid. And so now, I just need to install the shocks. Okay, that's where the shock and the coilovers go into. Okay, it goes to that spot right there, going up there. With this kit right here, I am installing an aftermarket Uniball upper control arm on mine. The direction calls for me to install the the kit actually is made so that you can use the OEM upper control arm, but my experience with these ball joints versus Uniball is that the Uniball is more durable than the ball joint, and so that's why I'm going this route. So anyway, that's that. So what else? Yeah, before you can install the full carrier down here, okay, you have to cut the out the rear cross member. That's what I had to do. So that's that. I wanted to do a documentary on this and doing it step-by-step thingy, but silly me, stupid me, I accidentally deleted it. So whatever I have recovered, and they're pretty poor quality, but I'm gonna show it in here, whatever I can recover. So that's that. I'm pretty upset at myself. So let's go ahead and finish this job here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how I did the spindle. This kit comes with a full spindle as well, with 2 spindles. These are heavy-duty spindles, so this is, I've already rebuilt this. I've already did the spindles, so I'll show you that next. Okay, so these are the spindles that came with the kit. Now, when they come with the kit, they don't come with the hub or the shield here. All they come with is the bearing inside and a ball joint and the spindle itself. It's bare. Okay, so what I did, I had to switch out the ball joint for my alignment, Uniball alignment bolts here, and I had to switch out the shield here and put a hub on each of the spindles here. Transfer it from the old hubs. So that's that. And this right here, these are my OEM shocks. And some folks will say, "Hey, why didn't you just switch out a new pair of shocks?" Well, the truth is, I'm pretty tight on budget right now, so I'm going to use the old shock. They're still good. These are extension that comes with the kit itself. So yeah, fun time. So that's how it looks like installed like that. So right now I'm going to be installing this into that, and afterward I'm going to be installing these into that as well. So that's that. I'm going to show you how I did this. Okay, and this is how. So now I'm going to show you how to install the shocks into this. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward this.